The sixth man. The sixth man is a very important and underappreciated role in basketball. It is a player who comes off the bench, usually first, and plays substantially more minutes than the other reserves on the team, and sometimes even the starters. Many NBA fans in the early days did not understand the importance of having a strong bench player. They failed to realize how vital it is to a team for numerous years. This role started getting significant notoriety in the 1982-1983 NBA season when the NBA began awarding the best performing players coming off the bench the Sixth Man of the Year award. This became a prestigious and respected award. The award put an immense amount of value and importance of a good player coming off the bench. But the question that now arises is, who is the greatest sixth man ever? There have been 30 different recipients of the Sixth Man Award. 5 of the 30 can make a case of why they are the greatest sixth man ever. We'll be looking at these 5 individuals and crown one as the greatest. Heads up, in this video we're only going to be looking at individuals who have won the prestigious award and disqualify players who haven't been a sixth man for the majority of their career. Now let's get started. Jamal Crawford. He had a long and illustrious 20-year NBA career as a sixth man. We hope to see a 21st this season. Crawford embodied everything a sixth man was about. He could enter the game and generate offense. His game was predicated on his terrific dribbling ability and dead-eye mid-range shooting. Crawford could just about freeze any defender, drop any defender, or get any defender going the opposite way. He's known to have one of the best handles in the game. This patent, with Crawford's sleek shooting, Crawford was a nightmare for any defender. He's the only player in NBA history to score 50 points on 4 different teams, and he ranks 27th in NBA history for total 50-point games. He is only the second player in NBA history to score 10,000 plus points off the bench. Crawford was a high-scoring sixth man, and he was awarded for it a record 3 times, taking the honors in 2010, 2014, and 2016. His best year as a sixth man was in 2014, where he'd averaged 18.6 points, 3.2 assists, and 2.3 rebounds. Toni Kukoc. He flies under the radar of great six-mans. People tend to forget the importance of Kukoc to the Bulls' second three-peat. He was an extraordinarily solid and versatile small forward coming off the bench. At 6'10", he could shoot the ball from far, dribble the ball, and make pinpoint passes with his excellent court vision. He had a tremendously high basketball IQ. Furthermore, Kukoc relished his role as a sixth man. He would come up big time for the Bulls on multiple occasions. Let's not forget his game winner against the division rival Indiana Pacers in his rookie year, or his 23-foot fadeaway game winner in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals, or when he dropped 30 points in a series-swinging Game 5 of the 1998 NBA Finals. He was an incredible sixth man, averaging 13.1 points, 3.5 assists, 4 rebounds, and shooting 40.3% from 3 when winning the award. Kevin McHale, one of the most dominant players we have ever seen in the post. He was known as the man with 1,000 moves, capable of destroying anyone who guarded him in the paint. He had an arsenal of moves in the post, like drop steps, up and unders, jump hooks, fadeaways. He could hit any of these moves to perfection. Combined with his agility, McHale was unstoppable in the post. For his career, he ranks 17th in field goal percentage makes and has led the league on 2 separate occasions. McHale was also a standout defender, being selected to 6 All-NBA defensive teams. He was capable of guarding the best. He's recognized as being part of the greatest front line ever, comprised of him, Robert Parrish, and Larry Bird. He'd helped those Celtics go to 5 NBA Finals and win 3 NBA titles. In his 13-year tenure in the NBA, he was selected to 6 All-NBA defensive teams, 7 All-Star teams, 1 All-NBA first team, and has won 2 Sixth Man of the Years and 3 rings. Lou Williams. Standing at just 6'1" with a flimsy frame, Lou could go on the court and get about any bucket he wanted. He had a variety of ways of scoring and could read and manipulate defensive schemes with ease. Lou Williams could consistently drain threes in numerous different ways. He could spot up, go around picks, shoot set shots, and take these ridiculous fadeaway threes. He could also finish inside strongly due to his ability to shield the ball well and could draw fouls at an alarmingly high rate. Lou also has a deadly mid-range game and was a solid playmaker, able to make the right pass and orchestrate plays through drawing the defense. Lou Williams is simply an offensive juggernaut. He's the first player in NBA history to score 30 points, record 10 steals, and have 7 assists in a game. The second player in league history to have a 30-point triple-double off the bench. He also holds the record for the most 30-point games off the bench, is a career leader in points off the bench, and is tied for the most Sixth Man of the Year honors at 3, winning it in 2015, 18, and 19. His best year came in 2018 when he averaged 22.6 points, 5.3 assists, 1.1 steal, and shot 88% from the free throw line. Manu Ginobili, the 57th overall pick of the 1990 NBA draft. One of the most beloved international players the league has ever had. Manu was a 6'6" left-handed shooting guard. He was capable of scoring in a variety of ways with his up-tempo aggressive play styles. His go-to move was a pull-up 3 or a hard drive to the basket with the move he popularized, the Euro step. Manu was also a good distributor. Though he would get careless at times, he was capable of making these pinpoint no-look passes and split the deep passes. He was also a terrific defender with a high IQ, knowing when to sag off, where to play help D, when to slide in to get an offensive foul, and when to go for a steal. He did take unnecessary risks at times, but that's who Manu was. But above all, Manu was an extraordinary teammate. He always put the team's needs above his, sacrificing playing time, multiple All-Star selections, multiple All-NBA team selections, and much more for the team. 2 of the 3 years Manu was a starter, he was an All-Star. He's won 1 Sixth Man of the Year in his career, averaging 19.5 points, 4.5 assists, 4.8 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and shooting 40.1% from 3. He was just an incredible player coming off the bench. He aided the San Antonio Spurs to 4 NBA championships and cemented them as one of the greatest and longest lasting dynasty. So what's the verdict? Who is the greatest Sixth Man of all time? Who shall be crowned the king of the Sixth Man? This video looked at so many great players who had a claim at this illustrious title, but the greatest Sixth Man of all time is Kevin McHale. Yes, he's won less Sixth Man of the Years than Lou Williams and Jamal Crawford, was part of a more inferior dynasty than Toni Kukoc, and has won less rings than Manu Ginobili. But looking at each individual as a totality, Kevin McHale is heads and shoulders above most of them. Jamal Crawford and Lou Williams both have more Sixth Man of the Year awards than Kevin McHale. They also played less playoff games combined and have no other meaningful accolade under their name. While Kevin McHale, on top of his 2 Sixth Man of the Year awards, is a 3-time NBA champion, 7-time NBA All-Star, has been selected to 1 All-NBA First Team and 6 All-Defensive Teams. Not even Toni Kukoc can compare to this feat, despite being one of the greatest international basketball players ever and winning 3 rings on a superior dynasty. His accolades in the NBA just don't amass to Kevin McHale's. The player closest to Kevin McHale's crown is Manu Ginobili. He has more rings and has a substantial amount of accolades, not as many as McHale, but even if we take this stretch and say that's only because Manu sacrificed so much he doesn't have as many accolades, Manu's level of play was just not where McHale's level of play was. This is why we crown McHale as the greatest Sixth Man ever to play. This concludes our video. Leave a comment on what you think and who you think is the greatest Sixth Man of all time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tune in next time for a new episode.